interesting is you have these matches with Undertaker in 2009, 2010. Now, just in case anybody doesn't know, Shawn had a match with Vladimir Kozlov, and the winner faced Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. That could have gone a very different way. A really shitty way, if that had gone the other direction. We wish Vladimir nothing but the best. But, so did you... A Vladimir Kozlov applause. Only in Dublin. So, did you know that, so you have the WrestleMania 25 match with Undertaker, which, just steals the show. But the year before, you retire Ric Flair in that retirement match. When the WrestleMania 25 match finished with Undertaker, and everybody's raving about it, did you kind of realise at that point, this could be part of a story that leads to the end? Or were you still not thinking that way at that point? Because after WrestleMania 25, you had a few months off, and then you came back around SummerSlam. But when did you know? When did you go, okay, I think it's time now to...
Well, actually, I've told everybody the story. Again, so no, I wasn't thinking about retiring or anything like that after the Rick match. It wasn't until the drive home, because we had the WrestleMania in Houston, so we're driving back to San Antonio, the wife and kids and I, and of course it's one of those times where you go like, man, that was pretty special. And so, because I'm not allowed to drive, my wife's driving, and I said, honey, I said, I'm not sure, but I think maybe I should have ended it on that one. She looked over, she said, really? I said, yeah. I said, I'm not sure if it gets much better than that. I said, that just felt, I said, I've got a feeling of complete peace, and I said, I could walk away right now and be 100% okay with it. And she was just sort of blown away by that. And she said, well, look, maybe it's something to start thinking about. We're ready to have you home. So, it's one of those things, you say it. I'm very bad about, well, the next day, I'm like, it's just sketchy, it's gone. And we're getting about it. We're enjoying the summer, we're getting ready to go into spring break and then the summer. And so we're enjoying that. And like everything, like every time I took time off, about midway through the summer, Michael Hayes calls me. And again, he's always talking about next year. It's one of the things Michael was always fantastic about, because he was always, trying to think of something special for, HBK at WrestleMania. And so he said, just gonna throw this out there. He goes, we've never done a return. And he said, what do you think about it? He goes, only if you're thinking about it. He goes, you talked about it here and there, but I don't know how serious you are. But you doing a return with the Undertaker, putting your career on the line. And he goes, look, even if you don't want to walk away, he said, we can figure out something. And it's true, right? I mean, yeah, I'm coming back. I'll say this in the years since I've left, wrestling fans have even come up with ones, well, if Taker came back and said it's okay, or he demanded you to come back, you could do it, right? So, clearly when you guys are coming up with them, you can't really blame the wrestling business for coming up with them. So, but as I said, well, you know what? I said, that's pretty cool. I said, let me think about it, because we were actually talking about that. I said, but it's something I got the whole summer. I'll continue to mull it over. Anyway, once again, one of those things, it's gone. And so, enjoying the summer. I'm coming back, and so then now it's Slammy Awards time, and we're winning for Match of the Year. And of course, it pops into my head that, I wonder, are we going to do this thing? And yeah, by this time now, I've been back a little bit. My wife and I have talked about it. I'm like, I think it's, I think I'm ready to wrap it up. And so, but I haven't thought about the Undertaker match or anything else. So I'm about to go out and accept this award, and I'm running around now thinking about, hey, if we're going to do this thing, wouldn't this be a great time for me to go out, accept the award for Match of the Year, and go ahead and challenge Undertaker and put my career on the line, or whatever, however you want to do it. So this pops into my head. I run and get Michael. I tell him. He's like, oh my God, do you want to do it? And I said, well, I don't know. I said, it sounds like a great idea. I said, it's just something to think about. Other than that, we're going to go out and say thanks for the award and whatever. So I'm just trying to think of something to make this more impactful or whatever. If we're going to do it, let's do it. Oh my God! No, you can't just do that. So we got to go and, the show's going on. Vince is up at Gorilla. We're up there. We're all talking about it, and so it's once again almost felt like the Raws back in the Monday Night War days, because it's a little bit of chaos, and like right there at the gorilla position, and the awards are going on, and they're slowly getting to the match of the year award. We're talking about it, and finally I said, look, I said, let's just do it. I said, I'm gonna go out there. I said, I'm gonna accept the award. I said, make the challenge, and that's gonna be that. It's like, well, so are you that's gonna be it? We're gonna put your career on the line? So yeah. I mean, I guess so. I said, I don't have to mention that right now if you don't want me to. I said, we can mention that later on. He goes, well, why don't we just do that then? Let's just do that. Let's not throw the career-threatening match out there right now. But go ahead and challenge the Undertaker. And I said, all right. I said, you're okay doing a rematch at WrestleMania with the Undertaker? And he goes, yeah. I mean, yes. I guess so. He goes, hell, I don't know. What are we doing? And I said, look, I'm going out there, me, him, and Michael, we're just having this sort of triangle, circle jerk. We're always going out trying to figure out what it is we're trying to do. Well, sometimes that, believe it or not, I mean, what you see on TV is not always how it's, yeah. And so, I said, you know what? I said, I'm just going there. And by this time now they're making the announcements, Hunter's doing the stuff. And so, he's like, all right, we're just going to go there. And so that's honestly how that came up. And it's funny because Taker tells us, tells the story now that's honestly how he found out what he was doing at WrestleMania that year. He's sitting at home watching Raw. I make the challenge. He's like, and he did. Yeah, he texts both Vince and Michael. He goes, so I guess I work with Shawn at WrestleMania.
And you go on to have this career-threatening match, and I don't know if you're aware, people feel about this now, but there's the placebo song, the placebo version of Run Up the Hill. That plays, and it's the story of.
You fucked up. You Shawn's buddy.
Please don't super kick me in Dublin. No, stop chatting. So you have the match with Undertaker. I'm going to keep going. And there's that placebo song, Run Up That Hill. And the story of leading up to that is, you're losing your mind. Can you win the Royal Rumble? Because Undertaker says no. And you go through it, and then you have the match. And that was the last match. I think everybody here remembers that it was great. The main event of WrestleMania 26. That was the last one, and I don't think you could have gone it a better way. And does it still live up to you now, 7 years later or 8 years later, that's how you chose to go?
Yeah, I mean, it does to me. I guess because the thing is, for me, I look at it as I do with so many things in my career. I look at the arc of my career and the arc of HBK. It's the Heartbreak Kid. He can't. Well, but the thing is, he can't go out on a winning note. It's gotta be heartbreak. It's gotta be vulnerability. It's gotta be suffering. It's gotta be an uphill battle. You know what I mean? And so I couldn't choose a better way, a better guy, a better story, a better scenario. Again, and also with the history of Taker and I, the two guys that have been there the longest amount of time, and even the arc of our relationship over the years, and what we sort of created with one another. So yeah, I mean, for me, I guess I get the luxury of looking at it in totality, and looking at it as from both. The growth and the evolution of the guy on TV with the other guy on TV, and then I get to do it with the two guys in real life that aren't on TV and what they've shared, and I get to watch all of that happen over 25 years, and the culmination of all of that, and I go, just doesn't. You can't write it better than that. You know what I mean? And so it is just That's why it is honestly 100% so easy to stay away and to not do it again, because I look at that and I go, it's beautiful. I wouldn't want to mess with it.